and Dad then share. When I was a young sailor, I moved to the country of Kent. From 1566 to 1569, I sailed on 2 slave trading voyages.
Sir Francis Drake, did you really travel around the world?
Yes, I did, and I conquered new land. I sailed from Brazil and went through the Strait of Magellan. Then I stole treasures from Spanish ships near Panama. Next, I went up the Pacific coast and I claimed land in America. I went all the way up to northern California before heading home through Indonesia and around Africa. Finally, I returned home to Europe.
Gabriel, did you name the San Diego Bay?
I did, but I named it San Miguel. Then after we left, another explorer named Franciscano came wanting fame, so he renamed it San Diego.
Mr. Cortez, how did it turn when you fought the Aztecs?
It was very hard and many people died. They were strong warriors, but we still won. We won treasure for the King Charles of Spain.
Mr. Franciscano, did you really make maps?
Yes, I did, and a lot of people used the maps. They helped a lot of people. They were used for 200 years.
Mr. Cortez, why did you become an explorer?
I became an explorer because I wanted to look for new land and find the Strait of Anian. I also wanted to find riches and spices so that I could become rich. It was my dream.
Can penguins dance? Can penguins sing? These penguins can do about anything. Check them out in Mr. Popper's Penguins. Check it out at your local library.
3 farmers, one fox, trying to steal all their food. Thrills, more action in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Where were you born?
I was born in Extremadura, 1540.
Mr. Cortez, why did you become an explorer?
I wanted to go and explore because I wanted to search for new treasure and discover something new.
Sir Francis Drake, why do people think you're a pirate?
I thought that I needed to help my country. If something happened and I didn't sail all around the world, I still had treasures to keep. That is why I had to steal from Spanish ships.
Mr. Gabriel, what are you most famous for?
I'm famous for leading one of the first European expeditions by sea that went up the California coast. While I was looking for the Strait of Anian, I found a couple of bays and claimed them for Spain. One of the places I discovered was San Miguel, but you call it San Diego. I also claimed the Channel Islands for Spain.
Mr. Franciscano, where did you learn how to draw maps so accurately?
I looked at other maps and I used the tools I had to make maps. Then I did my best to make the maps and I was happy. The others use them for the next 200 years.
Do you like reading books? Or do you like action? Do you like giant stuff? And do you like magic? Well, if you do, then there's all of this in James and the Giant Peach for only $29.99. But we thought that was a too high value. So we decided to triple the value. And if you call now, then we'll take $10 off of that fee. That's only $20 for 3 James and the Giant Peaches.
Do you like racing, dogs, adventure? Then get Stone Fox.
Mr. Drake, where did you go on your voyage?
I left Europe and went to Brazil, then through the Strait of Magellan. Then I stole treasures from Spanish ships in Panama, and I claimed land in North America and went all the way to northern California before going through the Indonesia and around Africa and back to Europe.
Sir Francis Drake, what ships did you take on your voyage?
I took a ship named the Golden Hind. There were 6 ships on my voyage. I was happy to be command of this journey. Although 6 ships may not seem like a lot, it was. The voyage was really hard and very exhausting. It was so exhausting that I could not wait to get home.
Mr. Gabriel, who commissioned your voyage?
I was commissioned by Spain. They commissioned me to find the Strait of Anian. I did not find the Strait of Anian. They thought there was a strait that went through North America. I wanted to find spices.
Mr. Franciscano, where did you go on your voyage and what happened?
I left Mexico City on December 29, 1602. Then I ended up in San Diego. It took a long time to get there. It took 6 months and 5 days. There were only 5 survivors and 25 people died.
Mr. Cortez, how did it feel when you defeated the Aztecs?
I felt scared because the Aztecs are fierce warriors. I knew I needed to do it for my country. I tried my hardest and never gave up, and from that, I conquered the Aztecs.
Do you want a book with penguins in them? Well, there's 12 of them in Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Do you like snow, dogs, races? Well, why don't you get Stone Fox? It has a lot of fun things in the book.
Sir Francis Drake, why do you have a mean reputation?
People think that I'm mean because I stole treasures from Spanish ships, but I was just trying to become richer and to help my country.
Mr. Cortez, what was it like to fight the Aztecs?
It was horrible because a lot of people died, but it was worth it for my country. I felt sad for killing so many Aztecs, but as I said, it was worth it for my country.
Mr. Caprio, where did you sail from and where did you sail to?
I sailed from Guatemala, then I sailed the seas to what is now the west of the USA. Then I found San Diego and named it San Miguel. Then I went to the Channel Islands.
Mr. Vizcaino, why did you follow Cabrio's route?
I followed Cabrillo's route because I wanted to find treasure and to be famous just like Cabrillo. He did not really discover many places, so I drew maps and they were used until 200 years.
Mr. Cabrillo, where did your crew sail after you got hurt on the Channel Islands?
My crew went up Northern California, but missed one of the places I was going to go. When they noticed that they were lost, they came back to the Channel Islands, but they decided to give it up and they went back to their homes.
Oh, wait.